A little about the feel and the atmosphere of the team without Lewis. I know it's early days, but we're starting to touch those days.
Yeah, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way to Lewis, because Lewis was a fantastic driver, a fantastic asset in this team, great team member, and we really enjoyed working with him. But the facts of Formula One that maybe all of us learn at some stage is that when we go, the team goes on and it gets excited about the here and now. And we've been very focused on the new car, developing it, getting it ready, launching it, and so no one's really dwelling on the past. We're really focused on the drivers that we have, that we're working with, the car that we have, the program we had ahead of us. So, I don't know. You don't often get moments for reflection in Formula One. I think you're always fighting and pushing forward. So, I don't think. I'm sure it's the same with Lewis. I think he's got an exciting challenge. He's looking forward. He's working hard on that. And one day we'll I'm sure sit down in the bar and talk about some great times. And we had some great times even at the end of last year. Where we went from Mill together and we talked about when he was 4'6" and running around in carts, and we used to work together, and we've got lots of great private moments together, and that's fine. And you reflect on it when you come together. But frankly, I'm sure he's not thinking about McLaren, and I'm sure, and we're not. We're focused on the season ahead of us.
Martin, could you just detail the garage setup in terms of engineers? Were there any changes to do with mechanics on the cars on either driver? Is Perez, for example, slotting straight into Lewis's personnel setup?
There are some changes. So we've changed, really rotated the chief mechanic. So Paul James, who was been with McLaren a long time. Last year he came back into the factory. He's been through a training program. He now returns as chief mechanic. Pete Vale goes back as team coordinator. So those two guys who weren't around last year, they've come in, and there's been some general change at the end of each year. You have a conversation about the team. You have a conversation. Some of it's uncomfortable with. You have people who are great and you want to continue in the same role. You have really good people who you think you can use in different ways. You have some people who you don't think suited to the task, and those are the painful discussions that you inevitably have to have. So subtle changes, but basically, in an engineering, then Lewis's engineer changed during the course of last year, and so the engineering team that Lewis had at the end of last year is now working with Checo, and that's an exciting challenge for them to take a youngster, relatively raw, fresh talent, and see if we can turn him into a world champion.
Lee Hart and the boys on the car?
Yeah, no, Lee's still there. So the majority, so there's probably 70% of the mechanics are the same, but we've refreshed a few.
Thank you very much.